Hey, so I'm here on the banks of Lake Parker in Lakeland, Florida. Not much to see right here because there's a lot of cattails, but out there it's a very large lake, and there is the power plant for the city of Lakeland across there. It's a very, very big lake, one of the largest lakes in this county. But the thing I wanted to bring your attention here on the bank here of this lake is this little inconspicuous plant. I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but this plant is, usually you find it floating in the water, and this must have gotten washed up on shore because of the hurricane. But it's native to the basins of the Amazon, so like in Brazil and this area, in South America. It's highly invasive. It was somehow imported to North America, and it's very, very invasive. And it spreads rapidly, and it reproduces rapidly through these little shoots here. You can see it sends out a shoot, and it grows a new plant right here, and it kind of reproduces exponentially through these little shoots like a grass plant would. And what it does is it floats on the top of the water using these little bulbs. These look like the end of a turkey baster or something, and they're very fibrous but hollow bulbs that are full of air. You can pop them like a little balloon or something, but they float very well. And they'll carpet the top of the water to where you won't even be able to see the water. And they'll clog up things like rivers and streams and creeks, and they'll cover the surface of a lake or a pond, and they do a lot of damage to the natural ecosystem. And fish species can't get light. They clog up the waterways, so things can't move back and forth. And I'm not going to tell you the name of these, but they're used in East Africa. They grow in Lake Victoria. They're used for making rope and furniture and all kinds of sorts of things. They're also used in Asian countries for medicinal purposes, but also I believe in Japan they cut up the greens and will boil them or steam them and eat them. They also have some medicinal purposes, but here in the United States we don't really use them for anything. We just will tend to throw them away and try to get rid of them, spray them with something, because they're very invasive and very destructive to the natural ecosystem. Also, the very other really interesting aspect of these plants is that they're being used experimentally in wastewater treatment, because they're able to break down and clean water of carcinogenic toxins like mercury or lead, and they're able to break those things down to where they can clean the water, the wastewater. So what is the name of this plant? If you can name it, and the first person to comment on the video having named it, you'll get a prize. Alright guys, so name this plant. And I want you to write down the scientific name, which is 2 Latin words, and I need you to write down the common name, okay? 2 things, write down the scientific name and the common name, okay? Best of luck guys.